telling only lies. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. And I have hours on lonely. My love was vengeance that's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel feelings like I do. And I blame you. And no one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain won't cancel through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. And I have hours only focus. A lover's vengeance that's never free. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you fucking gotta take a stand. You don't have to hide. Cause racism's the thing that keeps us free. I am a racist American. I hate all the blacks and Mexicans. I am a racist American. If it's not white, it is not right. I'm being strong about right and wrong. We're gonna kick them out, yeah, they don't belong. Come on, ice. I got something deep inside of me. It's called racism. It keeps America free. I am a racist American. I hate all the blacks and Mexicans. Hate all the blacks and Mexicans. I'll say the N-word if I want. Real American because I'm racist to blacks and Mexicans. I am a racist American. If it's not white, it cannot be right. If you hear my friends, then you know I'm right. It's gotta be white, cause if it's not, it's not right. I am a racist American. We got to give it up. Of course, Hulk Hogan, now Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the racist American, as he's now obviously called by so many. But we do have to pay, tribute. We didn't do it. Rick Derringer, the other night, passed away, 77 years old. That song, I know we just made a horrific joke about the song, but regardless of the jokes you want to make about Hogan or Terry Bollea or whatever, we grew up fired up by that song. Like, that guy wrote a banger, a gem, like the real song. I mean, obviously not the jokingly racist version, but I mean, the real song, Real American, is a fire song, dude. That song, like, you want to get in a bar fight, like, as soon as you hear that. You're like, yo, oh, Spectral Citizen did donate $50 earlier. Thank you, Spectral, but we got to reset the board. It's just like, it's bar fight type of shit, dude. You're like, let's go. Bring it on. I'm ready to fight. Or fuck. I don't know. One of the two, but, I just, I mean, that guy wrote a legendary song, man, and it sucks that he passed away. I mean, 77's not bad, but, it's crazy how the older you get, the closer that is. I mean, that seems like very scary to me that I'm 40, right? Because 40, 50, 60, I mean, that's, I guess that's 30-something years, but I mean, if you told me right now, hey, you're going to get 30 more years, I'd be like, I'll take 30 more years. That gives me 10 or 15 more years to try to still figure it out. And then maybe 5 more years of grinding it. And then maybe I get 10 years of just hanging out. That'd be nice. That'd be really cool. I'd love to make 85 or 90, but obviously that's impossible. I feel like I don't think I'm going to make that with my stress levels. I'll be happy to make it to 75 would be cool. 77, 75, 80, 85. Fuck it, though. I want to make 100. I mean, but maybe not with the way life is going in the torturous world. But, but it would suck to die in my 40s like my father did. It would suck to die in my 40s. It would kind of suck to die in your 50s, right now. I'd like to be around another 20 years. 20 years allows me to see all my kids in their almost 30, so that's nice. But Rick Derringer, he made it right to the, beginning of getting really old. So, Rick Derringer, rest in peace. It's a beautiful song. It's one of the best. Shout out to Garguts, who's in a hospital right now. I can't even believe he's typing in the chat. He's got all kinds of problems. He said the food wasn't great, that's crazy. Usually hospital food I thought was pretty good, but sometimes I guess not. The Shakira concert in Boston in Fenway Park canceled hours before showtime because apparently the stage fell apart. So somebody built that wrong. I don't know who's in charge of building the stage, like the Fenway people or Shakira's people, or I don't know. But, that was going to be a big party at Fenway in Boston, and now it's not. And think about this. We could have seen the stage fall over, It could have been just a nightmare. Imagine that if the stage had fallen in on Shakira. I mean, that would have been horrific, but it could have happened if they didn't make the call to cancel the concert. That could have been really crazy. The Matrix 5 is in the works, guys. The script is being worked on right now. Some people don't want it. Some people really want it. I actually really enjoyed the fourth one because it was such a meta troll on the world, the movie industry, and everybody. But it looks like The Matrix 5 is going to be coming out soon, and or in a couple of years. But when it does, it will be, from what I can see, a real, actual follow-up to the Matrix movies, probably something different or a new way of the take of the Matrix. Whereas the fourth one was more of like a fuck you to sequels and, you know, rehashing old stuff and a lot of meta commentary and sort of just a retelling of the love between two characters, really, in a place that, hey, remember this place? Yeah, so I definitely can see why some people did not like the last Matrix, because they thought it was like going to be either a new trilogy or some really cool add-on to the movies. And I actually liked it. I loved it because I understood what was going on. You know, as far as like, you know, one of the Wachowskis being like, hey, you're not taking my baby from me and you're forcing me to do the movie. So, you know what? I'm going to make a movie that basically comments on all of that and comments on this reality of we've got to rehash things and bring them back. And I'm going to make a bunch of meta commentary. You know what's funny is Lana Wachowski, I know I talked about this before, but it really blows my mind that Lana Wachowski, made a lot of comments in the movie about today's industry and world, and they weren't they were like, there were comments about like wokey stuff, like, and just the way people are nowadays, and they were negative commentary on people. What it's weird too, because the Matrix has always had this sort of like androgynistic outlook on people's fashion and stuff like that in the Matrix, which, you know, lends itself to the Wachowskis, both of them turning trans women. So like they're like big kind of like LGBTQ supporters and part of that whole culture, but at the same time it's like they're not like insane people to me, like when I hear them speak or hear them commentate on things. And they made a lot of critiques of all kinds of people, but without beating you over the head with it. See that, and that's what I'm saying. That's when that's when it's good. I don't think people understand that. Like they made commentary on certain things, but they made it involved in the story that it made sense or it mattered or there was a reason. It wasn't like beating someone over the head with a certain political point. Instead, it was more observational of how everybody's behaving, whether you're on any political spectrum. It was just making commentary on everybody. And that's why I think it worked a lot for me, the Matrix movie. And it was so meta and silly that they were getting that like into it and meta, that it was, I don't know, it kind of blew my mind and made me laugh, like that they were going to go that crazy into that and basically being like, fuck the movie studio. And I don't think the movie studio really liked that. But, you know, and I think that Lana Wachowski, I think the movie studio obviously figured out, and the thing is, it was all done kind of for naught, right? Because Lana Wachowski was like, well, you can't make The Matrix without me, right? So what are you doing? And the movie studio was like, if you don't make The Matrix 4, we want The Matrix 4. If you don't make it, we're going to get somebody else to do it. So then Lana Wachowski was like, well, I'm doing it then, because I'm not letting somebody else take The Matrix. Like, whatever. And that's why it's a spiteful movie with those digs in it and kind of a retelling. And, you know, why I think it was made more for the commentary of the state of the world, the movie studio, all the meta commentary, and then there was way more meanings in it that I have to watch it again to get all the meanings again. I've lost them now. But it was brilliant in my mind. It was brilliant in the most simplest way. And I think a lot of people were looking for a good Matrix movie, though. They weren't looking for a crazy, cool, intricate, smart meta commentary on the world. And so for those people, I don't think they liked the movie at all. And it was a little bit of a rehashing of things that we've already seen. So, and also it just didn't feel like the Matrix movies. Like the first 3 Matrix movies all have a charm and a feel, and this movie just feels like an action movie, but like John Wick does action better than this movie, so you're like, huh. It's weird. And I wonder what the reasoning for that is, and I don't know, because when the first Matrix came out, they were taking crazy risks and doing crazy shit that they really weren't ready to do yet, kind of. Especially like in the second one where the CGI looked really kind of bad. They weren't really ready to do what they were doing. So they were doing cutting edge stuff that looked different. And I think what happened is after a while of doing that, it becomes exhausting to do all those cameras and all the crazy work they were doing. And Hollywood ends up like finding shortcuts to do that same thing, but digitally, or like in a much easier way without doing it the way they did it. They were kind of forced to do it in a weird way in the late 90s with that image capture and stuff that they were doing. And then I think what happens, studios and people over time, they just learn an easier way, cheaper way to do it. And they sort of try to do the same effects, but with by taking shortcuts. And I feel like this new movie was filmed more like a modern style movie, and they didn't go back and try to do exactly what they did in the old Matrix movies. And unless you were prepared to literally go back and do exactly what you did in those other movies, then the movie was never going to feel like it was a slotted in version of those Matrix movies. Instead, it just kind of feels like a Matrix movie with half the budget of the old ones, which is fine, but it just kind of takes away from that whole thing. But with it being such a weird take, I don't know. I like it. It's weird. I can't explain it. I like it. I like the movie. I think the biggest problem the movie suffers from, though, is not having Lawrence Fishburne and not having Agent Smith, whatever his name was. The Australian guy. But I guess he couldn't do it or something. Like his booking didn't match up or something. So that really hurt it to me. But I'm going to assume that Hugo Weaving, I think with the Matrix 5, they're probably going to, I'm going to say that they probably bring him back, or the Matrix 5 will either bring Hugo Weaving back in, or the only other thing I could think is that it's kind of a fresh start, where Neo, I mean, the logical thing to do could be to make Neo the new Morpheus almost. Like Neo is like they're phasing out my programming, I'm out of the Matrix or whatever. Or maybe Neo's at the source somewhere. I don't know. You could do something where Neo is like a mystic involved still in the Matrix, but we don't see him a lot in the movie. And it's a new group of people or whatever. I suppose you could bring everybody back again. I mean, you could do that. You could I definitely think Lawrence Fishburne being in it would be good. But I wonder what they'll do. Because when you wondered what they were going to do in the fourth one, and you didn't know that they were just going to kind of like make a joke out of it, So maybe in the fifth one, you'll really get something, that you want.
New subscriber.
You fucking mark!
Gun2, thank you for subbing to the channel. Joe is on a movie rant. Yeah, I don't know why. Hugo Weaving is British? Why did I think he was Australian? That's weird. My bad. I'm Hugo Weaving. Well, I don't know if it will be bad or good. It's a sequel. That could easily be shit. Yeah, I mean, what's up, Jesse? The Matrix 2 and 3 weren't very good, right? People didn't like them. I like them because I'm nostalgic for them, even though they weren't that great. I did like them. I liked them. But they definitely were not as expected. And I do think that, every Matrix movie now kind of like trending downward, right? I thought the ending of the third Matrix was like, what? What's the fuck? So in some ways, I feel like The Matrix 4 is like a happy ending you maybe didn't get, right? The Matrix 3 kind of has a happy ending, but the people you really care about aren't there anymore, and you're like, wow, damn, that this is crazy. And it kind of ends on a downerish kind of. It kind of ends on a happy thing, but a downer. But The Matrix 4 is like, all right, let's make everybody happy now. Let's retell it all and make people happy. And I'm still not 100% sure of exactly what we saw in The Matrix 4. I'm still not sure if, like, is that real? Or is that are they dreaming? Or is this a dream in The Matrix? Or are they both programs and they never really were people? Or what's really, I really don't 100% know exactly what's going on. I think I do, so I'm okay, but not 100% sure of what I'm seeing. What's up, Jesse? Well, I'm going back to read all the messages, so. What's up, Jesse? I'll suck you off, brother. Couldn't you say that for Joker 2? Joker 2, the movie studio took over Joker 2. They took it over. So, I wouldn't say anything for Joker 2 because I think Joker 2 is a piece of shit. The difference, it's kind of like that, but the difference with Joker 2 is, with Joker 2, the movie studio took it over, but the guy had an idea to do something, so he had an idea ready to go, but then the movie studio also took it over, and they were like, you have to do these things. And so it was like a mix of his bad idea, but also then the movie studio had all these ideas that they had to do. So the Joker 2 is a fucktard because of that. There's no hidden meaning or cool thing in the Joker 2. It's just shit. And I muted myself. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I couldn't say that exactly for Joker 2 because I think Joker 2, again, like we said, is, just a little bit different. We never got around to talking about Rick Derringer, so we had to talk about him tonight. Joe Cronin concert on Skates Live. I would do that. You just want Gremlins 3 Mastodon? Well, Gremlins 2 is a lot like the Matrix 4. You know, that guy made that movie out of a joke almost because he was like, all right, you want Gremlins 2? Here it is. And he made it like a big friggin' joke on purpose. But it ended up being funny and people actually liked it. But the whole movie was like a fuck you to the studio. Like, all right, you know. He was like, I'm going to make a ridiculous comedy. And just turn this whole thing into a joke. That was the guy literally turning that movie into a joke, and it was funny. Funny enough. So, you know, that's really what I think happened in Matrix 4. Joker 3, starring Joe Cronin. I'll do it they'll pay me, so I'll do it. It will probably be terrible, and I don't know if I'm like doing a Joaquin Phoenix impression or if I'm doing my own version of the Joker, but Yeah, if you put me in it, I'll do it because I'll get paid and I need money. So I know it would be terrible, but I'd do it. They could pay me. Well, they'd probably give me $300,000, and that would be like life altering. That'd be crazy. Gargi is Joker. Gargi's gonna be dead by morning. So no, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Garguts. Garguts is in the hospital right now, getting his like tibia fixed or whatever. What the fuck is it that you're getting? He broke his whole foot off. I watched Mission Impossible 8. The action was good, but the length of the movie was too long, almost 3 hours. Wow. There should be 1,331. But I fucked up. The Goofy Gremlin? There's a lot of Goofy Gremlins. Ozempic, the movie? Yeah, it would be great. I could be the Joker. It'll be wonderful. The Ozempic. Yeah, and I'm on Ozempic the whole first part of the movie. You know what I mean? Imagine that. I'm just losing it. I'm just losing my mind. It's like the new movie, Joker, starring Joe Cronin. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me. That'd be great. And I'll eat people. I'll be like, hey guys, what if we did like a cannibal? The Joker is a cannibal, and the whole movie is kind of like about him eating people, and he's and he becomes a cannibal, and he's like at dinner and people are eating, but he's eating, but he was looking at someone pretending like imagining to eat them. And they're loving it, and he's eating them, and the blood's going everywhere. And by the end of the movie, he's eating people everywhere. Be great. William Dafoe should be the next Joker. Maybe. I mean, he would definitely be a good one. I can't get over him as the Goblin, though. Why does King Hueco Mundo always come in here and write Welsh's name? Oh, because you're making fun of him with that emoji? Is that what that is? I think I get that. Oh my God, they will do an Olympic movie, Jesus Christ. It's a surgery, bro. Yeah, Garguts is having surgery. We want him to be okay. He's going to wake up with it amputated. Oh my God. Can you imagine that? You wake up like, it got infected. We had to cut it. We had to amputate, son. Mm-hmm. Imagine that. It's too bad the Shakira concert was canceled in Boston. The whole stage, man, was going to fall down. They were like, wow, we can't do this show. The stage is going to fall down. We have so many good carpenters here in Massachusetts. In Boston, like, how did they screw that up? How did they mess that up? You know? Like, you're ready to go. It's Boston. It's Fenway Park. It's a big thing. And you fucked that up and the stage is falling down? Like, are you serious? How did you blow this? Fucking Shakira. Fucking yodeling bitch. Somebody else was playing with them too. Wasn't it is it Aldean or whatever that guy's name is? Is that Jason Aldean and Shakira? Is that what it was? It was like two people. It wasn't just Shakira. It was like somebody else as well. Hips don't lie. do it? Is Awandi telling him to cut his foot off? The Passion of the Christ on ice? The Passion of Ice. Imagine that movie. A behind-the-scenes look at the arrests made at the deportations. And it's like horrifying, like whatever. I think they've made too many crazy things. Yeah, I don't know. They're getting a little out of control. Swiss glacier likely triggered by permafrost thawing. Catastrophic collapse in Swiss glacier. Some of the glaciers have been getting bigger. Like some areas are like gaining ice for somehow, but then other areas are melting. So it's like it's weird changes going on. And this place in Swiss is like underwater. La 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 la. Look at your Oh, thank God they. I mean, in all seriousness, it's a good thing they didn't go out there on that stage. I mean, can you imagine the news story tomorrow? Horror strikes. Dude, I think about that whenever like bands are performing under like concert venues. Like I think about it whenever I'm at an arena, when I'm at like a hockey game, wrestling show, whatever you go to. And I just look up and I'm like, man, look at all that shit above us that's like held together by ropes, like cables, gigantic speakers that are blaring all the time, shaking and rattling. Tied up to a stanchion up top somewhere, and the building's rocking, and I'm always thinking about that. Like, hockey's probably the safest one because everything that's going to fall that could probably kill you is mostly going to fall on the ice where the players are. Same thing with basketball, right? But especially hockey because they're pushed back even further. Like, most of that stuff is up in the center, but not everything. Some stuff's spread around all over the place. But I just think about, man, one thing snaps, breaks, screw, whatever. Like, shit could kill you easily. And it's probably happened. You should do a whole album like that. What do you mean? Like yodeling? Yeah, they just had Post Malone at Fenway Park. No problem. Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know who's building the stage. You know, I'm not sure who's building the stages, but is it true an asteroid that will take out 3 cities will be here soon? I don't know. I've heard that there's an asteroid that's like 7 years away that they're worried about that. There's like a 3% chance or something, which is insane. Like, normally it's like a 0.00 nothing chance. I'm pretty sure the chance is like, it's something crazy. It's like 5% or 3%. That's pretty crazy, bro. Out of 100, there's actually 3 chances it could hit the Earth. That's the biggest questionable strike we've ever had from what I can remember. That's that big. Because I think the thing's pretty big. And yeah, recently there's been talk that there's one on its way soon. That's not that one. That's another one that was being shielded by one of the planets. They couldn't see it. So I don't know if that's true. I haven't been looking into that too much either, but, you know. We'll all be dead soon. My life is ending. Your life is ending. I mean, every day I feel more useless anyway. Just send the fucking asteroid, you know? I'd probably smile if you told me that, you know, hey, guess what? The comet's on the way. We're all dead. And we know it. I mean, it would be sad in a way because it's like, man, everything we ever did here is just all going to be a waste. And if a few people survive and have to rebuild and whatever, it's like no one's ever going to remember all this stuff. We'll never be able to achieve this again for like 1,000,000 years or something. It's just kind of like, wow, that's defeating. Should have gotten off planet quicker, Elon. So, whatever. I hope it hits us. I'll just smile. Like this. Yeah, I think we've lived it all. You know, there really isn't. I feel bad for my kids because like they're only like just beginning. But then there's like that pessimistic part of me that's like, you know what though, they're gonna find out eventually that, you know. No, I don't know. I would feel bad for my kids because I feel like they have a chance to actually be something. You know, my kids will have a chance to do something and be something. You know, let them have a chance to do it. They might be a lot happier than me. You know, they'll be like, yes. But maybe not. Maybe we're all just made to grind it out every week, and I don't know. But you know something? I love you guys so much. I want to sit on all of you. I want to sit on your faces. And I don't know, there's something else I wanted to say before I left. Before I got, there was something I was supposed to go over. What the fuck was it? I don't remember. Alzheimer's disease. I never put the dono link up. That would have been good to do like an hour ago, but we'll put it in there anyway. Yo, Dreamers, what's up, baby? Justin Fleming, if WWE don't do a tribute to him, I'll be pissed. Right? Dude was fire. Kurtman, what up? The WrestleMania sign, yeah, we were talking about that. Remember when we were like, what if that falls on somebody? Like, can you imagine the devastation if that WrestleMania sign broke and then came flying down? I mean, the other cable would probably snap in its weight. Oh my God, bro. That would be so crazy devastating. At the beginning of WrestleMania, they would have like a moment of silence for those people. Welcome, everyone, to the greatest spectacle of all, WrestleMania. Would you please rise and remove your hats in a moment of silence for the victims, for the 11 victims that sadly lost their lives during SmackDown 2 months ago when a tragedy took place. Jacob R. Foley, Miriam S. McAllister, Rob McDonough, Billy R. Jones, Sarah Gatsby. They would have wanted to view WrestleMania. So tonight, in the front row, there are 7 empty seats in their honor so that they can watch WrestleMania with the best seats in the house. They already have the best seats in the house, though. They're watching from heaven. You don't know that. That would be so messed up, bro. Oh my God. 7 people dead from the sign falling on them. The show must go on, yeah. The show must go on. I was at work and some guy came in with paperwork showing his 3 kids aren't even his. Poor guy. Oh my God. Bro, I don't even know what I would do. I mean, listen, if I raised 3 kids and they were like 4, 5, and 7 or something like that, and I found out then that they're not my kids, I mean, they're my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the mother might not be my wife anymore. you know, but those are my kids. And I don't know what I would do. It depends on the circumstances, you know? But if that lady was like, I don't know, we weren't dating at the time really, we were just hooking up and I had hooked up with somebody else, like whatever. I mean, I don't know, it depends on how bad. But if I was together with her and like she was cheating and now these kids, like that's tough, man. That's real rough, bro. I don't know what I would do. But I know that I would still feel like those kids' father. Like, I would feel really messed up, but I would still feel like those are my kids. I'm in charge of them. Those are still mine. I raised them. Like, I have a bond with them. I raised them. So you really can't take that bond back. It doesn't matter if they're your blood. A mother and a father is a mother and a father, even if, you know, the kids aren't related. It doesn't matter. I know because I'm adopted and my mother is my mother to me. Like, it doesn't matter. You can be something's mother, like, and that bond is real. It does not. You imprint and bond on somebody. It doesn't matter that you didn't birth them. Yeah, sure, that adds to things and makes it more personal, for sure. But like, it's still, you're the dad. Still, it's not. You've made that bond. You've made an imprint on those kids. So. Not at all. It'd still be my kids. But the wife might have to, you know, I'd be like, bitch, you're going to wear bondage gear every night and I'm going to plow your mouth hole in and you're going to do whatever I say. 7 empty seats on the hard cam side. Yeah, exactly. Love the new Doom game, but the music was generic. Oh, really? That's too bad if that's true. That would be too bad. That's how you know Joe is a good-hearted person. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm just whatever, I guess. But I mean, that would be hard. The real life me is definitely sentimental, bro. I like any living creatures. Like, oof. I love animals. I love creatures. I love animals. I love I don't love snails. No, I love snails. Fuck it. I love snails. I don't like bugs really, but you know. I've been trying to you know, get the work in, you know. I love animals. Green shirt guy took one of their seats, yeah. That would be what would happen. Green shirt guy would be the first person after the empty chairs. Please rise for the America the Beautiful. The last 2 Doom games had great music. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they had really good music. Like, I want that old industrial kind of grindy, grungy rock, you know. I want, like, Hunter Hunted music. That game was great. Hunter Hunted soundtrack. Sierra Games. That's a little more like electronic, like dancey and Matrix-like. But yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, get your gun. Doom. Yeah. Give me 90s industrial, you know, video game music. That's what I want. The new Doom game had just generic metal. Really? That's too bad if that's true. I guess they were trying to do something different, I suppose. Well, we brought in some pretty good viewership tonight. Yo, bacon. Have some bacon, brother. Well, I'm gonna head to sleepy time. I'm sure I'll have some nightmares tonight, some bad dreams, because it's been a bad week, and only bad things happen in your dreams. And I think that's what's gonna happen to me tonight. I hope you guys don't have nightmares. I hope you have a nice night, and you don't have nightmares. Keep it hard. Keep it wet. This is a banger. Oh my god, I forgot I had the alerts on. Thank you, Louis Sardinetta, for becoming a member.